Hello, if you're watching this and just want to get started with brain training, check out the next video, Where to Get Started on Brain Training. In this video, I'll be explaining the theory behind it. Salutations, viewer. My name is Reginald Vera, and I'll be introducing you to the exciting world of brain training. Brain training is something everyone should look into sometime, and I'll be glad to get you started on your journey of cognitive improvement, or upkeep, if you ever feel you're not as sharp as you remember. An Introduction to Brain Training 1. Why it works. People tend to think of mental abilities as fixed traits. Some people are absent-minded. Some people are good speakers. Some people have a worse memory. And others are quite observant. Whatever your skills or deficiencies are, that's just part of someone's basic personality that can't be changed. For the average person, this is just wrong thinking. All your mental abilities are built up, just like how an athlete builds up their body. Even if they do start out with some natural athleticism, it won't last if they don't keep exercising. Evolutionarily, intelligence is the statistic that humans have put their all into building over hundreds of thousands of generations. And the sum of that evolution is the human brain. The brain learns. It's what it's built for. But oddly enough, that doesn't mean it is always doing what's best for you. It's always looking to improve, but only at what you're doing. It's terribly efficient. If you're not using a skill or memory, the brain will weaken the synapses in itself responsible for that skill or memory. These are the same processes responsible for making you rusty at something, having something in the back of your head or the tip of your tongue, and just plain forgetting. Your brain is also getting more efficient at tasks the more you do them. The more you do whatever it is, the more it will automate as much as it can of it to make it easier on you and lessen the strain on itself for the future. You know what they say, work smarter, not harder. You can compare the brain's method of growing fitness just like the body. If you're always doing squats, your legs will definitely get stronger, and your entire body will support that change by getting more fit to a certain extent. But you won't get much better at doing chin-ups or sit-ups. Eventually, you'll be absolutely amazing at doing squats, effortlessly, and anything else involving your legs. But your arms and core might actually atrophy and get weaker from underuse. Let's compare that to an example of the brain's modular growth. Taxi drivers have fantastic spatial memory. That's because they have to know their area like the back of their hand, and be flexible enough to plan the best route from anywhere to anywhere. They've been found to have more gray matter in their mid-posterior hippocampi, which is indeed part of the brain responsible for spatial memory. Since they're always using their intelligence to acquire and use the knowledge of a large, complex city, the brain muscles corresponding to that part of the brain got bigger and stronger. A taxi driver could then use that enhanced spatial memory to, say, solve a labyrinth. Okay, so now we've established that solving the same type of problem makes you better at them. Wow, I could have told you that, you might be thinking, as learning is obviously something everyone has experience with. Well, bear with me for a moment. Just like how there are full body exercises that can get you to become fit in a more balanced way so that you get more fit in general and better at more than just what you're doing, brain training works to train your entire brain to be sharper, to improve your cognitive abilities in general. In the next video, How to Train Your Brain, I'll be explaining what makes for good brain training, dive deeper into its benefits, explain what you'll be wanting to train, and introduce you to one good starter game to see what it's like.